is the most common talked about topic, irrespective of the place you are, irrespective of people you are meeting, especially when it's a group of women. So whether you step out to just take a stroll or you go out to a restaurant, you would find people talking about weight loss, about the various diets. So the irony is that you go to a restaurant to enjoy a meal, but you talk about various diets that you've been on, or what is it that you're doing for your weight loss, and what is it that you're not going to be eating on the menu because it's going to not match with your diet. So in the next 2 videos, I'm going to be talking about the myths that weight loss industry has spread to be able to make more money and to be able to fool general people. So number 1 is that you must go on a diet to lose weight. I have told you guys earlier as well, the word diet comes from a Latin word called diete, which means way of living. So if a diet is not matching with your way of living, it will not be sustainable, right? And thereby the weight loss will also not be sustainable. So instead of trying various fads diet, crash diets, or whatever new old diet, try building good habits and you will see results. Number 2 is all calories are created equally. Now this is a very, very big myth flying all over, affecting the youngsters badly. Now these apps which are available where you put your height and weight and age and so on and so forth, gives you a specific number. Okay, your allowance is, let's say, 1400 calories or 1200 calories or whatever. Now that number only stays and nothing else. So when I look at a pack of chips, or when I, let's say, look at a pack of cookies, it says 250 calories. The signal that goes to my mind is this is well within my allowance and I can afford to eat it. What I don't see is what is it made up of. So one needs to make sure that you look at the source and you look at the food, whether it is a calorie rich food or nutritionally dense food. Let's take an example of banana and a cookie. So people fear eating banana thinking it's going to make them fat. What you don't understand is that it is rich in fiber, rich in potassium and many other nutrients, and it can actually help you lose weight. Whereas the cookie that you consume is high in sugar, is high in preservative, and once you eat one, it's going to make you feel like eating more, thereby gaining weight. So you need to be extremely wise and not fall prey to all these things. Stay out of this number game. Weight loss is not number. Number 3 is you have to starve yourself to lose weight. Now this one can be very, very damaging, okay? Now when people starve themselves, there's a physiological effect on the body, on the brain, because you're restricting the energy source for your body, for your brain, and thereby the body takes its own course and reduces your metabolism rate, which means it learns to live on lesser calories. So thereby, 1, you have health issues, you feel lethargic, also you do not lose weight in the longer run. So make sure that you eat minimum 70 to 80% of your caloric intake even when you're trying to lose weight. Also, when you starve yourself, not only do you let's say lose weight, you actually start losing muscle, and the moment that happens is when you really lose the battle. So make sure that you eat right and at least 70 to 80% of your need. The next one is eating at night makes you gain fat or weight. Now, I really don't understand this because, the food composition does not change. However, saying that eating a light meal in dinner is sensible is what I agree to, because you're not as active as you were through the day. So eating a light meal is good. However, starving yourself or skipping the meal because it's night and it's going to convert to fat is not really the truth. So you should have all meals proper, be it your breakfast, lunch and dinner. A good practice would be to take a stroll post dinner. So make sure that you eat your dinner and don't skip it in your endeavor to lose weight. The next one is cutting out fat. Now people do go on zero fat, or there are people who go on other extreme, which I'm going to talk about in the next video. When you cut out fat, you cut out on certain hormones like your estrogen, your testosterone, because fat is needed for those hormones. Cholesterol needs fat, and cholesterol is very, very important. It doesn't only have negative function, your cell membrane, your hormones, and a lot of other things do need cholesterol, and cholesterol needs fat. So make sure that you eat also your fat soluble vitamins, which is vitamin A, D, E, and K. So you need to have fat. Anytime when you look at something which is fat free, go back to the ingredient list and see the amount of salt and sugar they've added to that particular item to make it palatable. So, it may say zero fat, but they're compensating it by adding extreme amounts of sugar and salt. So don't fall for fat. Free fat is very, very important. Good fat in your diet is a must. Next is cut out carbs. So fat is not the only culprit, is what people say. Cut out carbs. Now when you cut out carbs, what are you doing? You are restricting the energy source of brain. Our brain needs glucose to work, which comes from carbs. So please don't cut out your vegetables, your legumes, your whole grains, because they are really needed for good health. If you really want to cut out carbs, then cut out those chips and patties and cookies and cakes and samosas and pastas. So you need to cut out the refined carbs and not the normal carbs. Now when you look at the refined carbs, they are very, very short chain, and thereby they increase your blood sugar levels. However, when you look at legumes, whole grains, vegetables, they have long chains of carbon, minimum of 18 chains. So when the body has to work, break that long chain, it really needs to work hard, and thereby it does not make you gain weight, and it gives you good source of energy. So please don't do that. The next one is cut out gluten. Now gluten you should cut out if you're gluten insensitive, or if you have celiac disease, because if you consume gluten, then the body is going to react to it and the body is going to have side effects. However, if you don't fall into that category, there is absolutely no need for you to cut out gluten. It's just a marketing gimmick for people to charge 5 times more than the normal food item. So make sure that you eat your whole wheat, barley, rye, oats, all of that comes with gluten. If you're not gluten sensitive, and trust me, you can still lose weight. There are a few more myths that I'm going to be talking about in the next video, so stay tuned. Also share this with your family and friends, because everybody is believing these myths. We need to change our lifestyle and become healthy and not believe in these myths. We will talk again. Take care. Bye-bye.